5-minute count or 5-second countdown. Awesome. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Billy over here at Creating for Money. And today I'm going live on bullhorn.fm. Very first time going live and restreaming to multiple places. So I'm one connected through my Roadcaster to Clubhouse. So if you hear some other voices come through, it's going to be my friend Raphael or my friend Angel who are helping me moderate that Clubhouse room. And then so if you haven't checked it out, here we go. I'm going to try to show my screen, and we'll see what it comes up and looks like on the phone. And I might dip out of the Clubhouse room just for a moment to go over there and take a look. But a couple of cool things, and I did a demo with one of the founders and one of their guys yesterday on their team. And one of the cool things that you can implement right from this dashboard, and let me see if I can actually show the dashboard. Okay, cool. So I'm showing the dashboard. Once again, I don't know how much of this you can see on the mobile phone. It looked a little cut off yesterday when I was looking at it, but right here on the left-hand side, there's a library of different things. So if you're listening, there's a library of like images and text and ads and polls. So I've kind of Frankenstein some of this stuff together, and I'm going to just kind of fire up some of those right now. So let's see. I'm going to do an ad first. So this ad is, let's see if it fires it here. I don't know how to make it work. Let's see. I don't know if anybody's seeing. I don't think anybody's.
Push all the buttons. That'll solve it.
Dude, I'm pushing them all. I thought like, oh, it's just gonna fire off when I hit go, but I don't think it is. I forgot how to. Oh wait, hold on a second. I think I remember. There's a timeline underneath it. So let me go back to ads. So our Discord server, I'm going to pull it in there, and I'm going to drop it. And so now you should see, actually, let me look. They give you a little preview window. Let me drag it over here. Oh, okay. So you can just kind of like drag and drop these onto this little timeline. And I believe it's going to show up here in just a second. And it's gonna show up, and it's gonna say creating for money, and it's going to be, yeah, there it goes. And that is a link, and people can click on that link and join my Discord. So now the cool thing about this is, I believe if I remember correctly from the demo, you can do this before the show, before the episode. So like while you're in the waiting room, you can put this, on screen. So all right, so that's triggered, and now I just hit the little X button here, and it goes away. All right,
that's a pretty cool feature to be able to have that tappable link right there, right in the middle of the screen. I mean, it's cool. For this, like I'm watching it on my phone, I can't hear it. I'm assuming that it's taking Clubhouse and using that as the audio and just defaulting to that, and not allowing this to play and taking it as a call. If I were below, I don't know if it would be doing the same thing. But I think just coming again from the perspective of the viewer, if it's only available in 16:9 like this, I think it might be necessary to come up with a different set of. You can do it widescreen, but I think with this type of layout, you would have to come up with some new assets that would be a bit larger to be able to more clearly read, because as is like this. I see like your layout is very much for your normal style show that you do, but for this type of show, it's having a little bit of a tough time, because it also, even if you have your screen horizontal, it doesn't fill it fully. Yeah, I can read creating for money down there. I can see your screen, but because of also the compression, it's not as clear as it could be.
Gotcha. So it would definitely be, and that's what I was thinking too as I was watching yesterday, because I noticed it on my phone when they were showing me the demo. It looked a little bit boxed. So I was like, well, you know what? You can go in, and I'm using the virtual cam from Ecamm. So fortunately in Ecamm, I can go in there and change the stream resolution and all that kind of stuff. So I could really customize this to maybe look better. But that's a good point, man. And I think I wanted to just throw this in. I literally just threw like creating for money on the screen just to test those certain features. So another thing that you can do, Roth, which I think is cool. So one, I pulled the ad in, it had the link so you can get people to go in. The other thing is you can just pull a picture in. So like I can literally just pull, let me see how it does it. If I drop it on the timeline, it's going to catch up. So you guys should see me holding a sub. And so you can just drop an image in there. So maybe you're talking about an image. I think this is one thing when that you can do. Now you can do this in a completely different software, have a different scene, do a virtual cam. But for people who don't have a virtual cam and you're just using your webcam, this is kind of a cool feature. Now that resolution of that picture is not the greatest because it wasn't created for this.
Just about to ask if is it low res or is it being down res?
No, dude, it was low res. Like I think I can't remember what I used that on. Then another thing here is pretty cool is like text. So I just like Frankenstein a little text together. Let me put it on the timeline. It should fire off here. Yeah, there you go. So, okay. So now it's like email billy@creatingformoney.com. Show me the money for a scheduling link. So if I was promoting my workshop or promoting my small group coaching or whatever, I could literally put text right here on the screen, which is cool. And I don't know if it's like, if you can copy and paste it, probably not from where you're looking, but kind of cool. Or
the viewer, you can't do anything with that text.
Okay, gotcha. Or like, hey, welcome, like whatever. I mean, like whatever you wanted to. Or maybe I turn the camera off and my text says, hey, live stream delayed, our guest is still connecting, or something of that nature. Whatever. Kind of on the fly is a pretty cool option, even though I have it. Yeah.
If you don't have something like Ecamm that you're using with it, where you can have that finer control of what's on the screen.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that you do have that ability to add something on there.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is because I'm on Android or what, but I sent you some screenshots and on your IG. Anything like the overlays that you're putting are showing up for me, but everything else is just like fuzzy old TV lines.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, wow.
Time to switch over to Apple.
Right.
No, I just upgraded to a S22 Ultra.
And that might be, and I don't know. I mean, that might have something to do with how Ecamm is going into like the virtual cam or whatever. I'd be curious. Let me try this. Let me switch it.
It's weird. It shows the overlays fine. Like when you put the link up there, I was able to click the link, no issue. But it's just the camera part it's not showing me.
So let me do this. Let me switch to my HD camera that's just on my computer. Scary. That's scary. Now you guys know the power of lighting. And see if that fixes it. See if that does anything different. And then while you're checking that out, I'll show you another one.
It changed colors.
Oh, okay. So it's still not doing it.
Though, that it did change the resolution. Like instead of being 16:9, it looks like it's 4:3 now. So theoretically, I'm wondering if you could do 19:6, which I'm wondering how that would fill up the screen on there and how well that would work, because that could almost work better, or maybe even 1:1.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, Rolf, this is great that you're in here, man, because I think you do this full time, so you know all the stuff. And this is good feedback for these guys too, man. Really super cool guys, Nick and Sam, who were showing this to me yesterday. And so I'll make sure they get a copy of this and show them. So the other thing I'll show you guys real quick as far as bringing stuff on the screen is polls, which I thought this was kind of cool. So I've created a poll. I'm going to drag it and drop it on the timeline, which is for some reason it keeps bouncing over there.
I love the drag and drop thing. Like, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, so check that. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to see how this fades in. So I'm going to move it down the timeline.
It just appears. It doesn't fade.
Okay,
the poll shows up fine for me too.
So it just pops in. Cool. So do you prefer to go live, record, blah, blah, blah? So that's pretty cool. All right. And I'm seeing live votes right now. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I'm seeing the live votes come in. Let's see. Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys are.
Guess who would have made that vote right
there? Pre-record. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. And then the other thing that I like, so that was like kind of the library, and I'm sure, and I think they showed me some other stuff. Then stats, so you can see how many listeners, subscribers, recent people who follow me on this app, I can easily add a co-host, and I don't know if I can. Yeah, I guess I can do that live.
Just
So
the one thing, sorry to interrupt.
No, go for it.
If you have this layover on the screen, it completely blocks out everything. So everything that you're doing on the screen right now is completely blocked by the
by my face.
No, not by your face. By the poll on there.
You can change your view, Rob. Do you have a little button in the top right-hand corner?
Let's see. It's not changing anything for me.
Oh, when I tap that, it changes it separates them to make them stacked on top of each other and shrinks the chat down.
Yeah, so I see that button there, but it doesn't do anything for me. I've been tapping it, wondering what it does, and it's just to kind of, it turns white, it turns orange, it turns white, it turns orange.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get somebody else to go live or go watch a scheduled live one to check it out, because I think that would be, because he showed it to me yesterday, but it was, it was a pretty quick demo. So, okay, so stats, I could easily add a co-host by sending a link. So, yeah, is anybody at their computer where they want to come on? Because I tried this with mobile yesterday and it didn't work very well with mobile, but I think if somebody had like Chrome on their computer, it might work better. So if anybody wants to do that, let me know. I'll just copy this link and then send it to myself. And if you want to try that, just let me know. Okay, let's see.
I'll be able to do it in a few minutes. I just can't right at this second. But
I know, Ralph. You're eating cereal in your underwear. It's no big deal. That's what we do. If we're not live streaming, that's what we're doing.
I'm just doing my usual thing, working in my pajamas. Got home, make the trade off for the pajamas, and ready to work. This is my uniform. Just need to put on.
I'm getting ready for a conference call.
Yeah, no worries at all. And then let's see, what else we got here? Okay, so call in feature, so somebody can actually call in, and you can toggle this on and off, which I think is really cool. And then if somebody did call in, like, let me see, can one of you guys just call in and just see what it does? Or maybe the audio is taken up on your Clubhouse. This is probably not a good way to, which I'm not really demoing. I'm just, oh yeah, what's up? There's Sam right here in the chat. Say hello to Sam. Okay, cool. So Raphael is coming in. Angel's coming in. So I'm going to promote Raphael. He called in first. I'm going to promote him. And then I'm going to hit.
Hello.
Yo, there you are, Raph. How's it going, man?
It's going well. So my assumption was correct that it was giving Clubhouse the priority.
Okay.
And that as soon as I jumped out of Clubhouse, it did default to the audio from here. But the audio from here, I can say, is quite different. Not quite up to the same standard. Not that. What?
So are you saying like you feel like Clubhouse audio is better? Because on my side,
significantly superior.
Okay, so maybe on my side, I hear. I'd be curious when you go back, because I wasn't really like thinking about audio quality, but so far you sound really good. I mean, it sounds better than
this is reminding me of listening to a podcast circa like 2008, kind of like really low bit rate.
Okay, gotcha. See, Rolf, this is good having you in here, man. You're like the techiest dude I know. All right, so now what I can do is I can hide Raphael, and then he can go back on the Clubhouse. Or I can just hit next and go right to Angel. Hey, what's up, Angel? How's it going? If she's on there. Oh, wait, I can hit show. Okay, there we go. Now she should be live. Is she there? Can I hear you breathing? Maybe not.
Okay, so if she's not there, I can make another comment about the audio.
Can you hear me now?
Audio. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, wait. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I can, yes.
Yes. I did drop the Clubhouse room for my audio to come through. I could hear you on both. And for some reason, as soon as you accepted the thing, when I hit the call-in button, your video showed up and it went away from the scratchy old TV thing.
Oh, gotcha. Interesting. Okay. And are you on speakerphone right now? Because I can hear a little bit of loopback.
Yeah, I am. It also took it off of my Bluetooth when I closed Clubhouse.
All right, cool. All right, this is cool. So I'm going to hide you, Angel. I'll see you back over in Clubhouse. And then also like you can just remove people here or demote them, I guess. And you can keep them on the line, but just demote them or just remove them. And then what I really like about this is the questions. Like I think that's pretty cool to have these all separated. You know, like even here in Clubhouse, it's just one big chat or a back chat or whatever. But I like it that it has the questions function if you're doing a live show. And you know, because I think in Raphael, you do some live stuff. I mean, a lot of live stuff. I think that's one of the hardest things to do if you have a fired up chat is trying to like decipher what's a question, who needs help versus banter, you know, versus like all that stuff.
I mean, if you have like thousands of people in the chat, it's literally a job on itself. Like, I mean, there's been live streams that I've been a part of where we actually have a team. Each individual thing that has to be done has a dedicated person for that, just to make sure that all of it gets done properly, because it can really all add up. I mean, it's really impressive to see how many individual streamers are out there and they're running these live streams. But just a quick comment on the audio quality. As soon as I jumped out of the quote unquote call on Bullhorn, the quality ramped up to almost maybe slightly better than Clubhouse. But I think probably it sounds like it was just switching over to like some sort of VoIP protocol.
Gotcha.
And that VoIP protocol was really making it like much lower, taking down the bit rate a lot. I don't know, but I'm curious, what was it like on your end? Did it sound like a lower quality or did it sound normal?
Well, I mean, I think once you said something, I was like, oh, okay, it's probably a little less than Clubhouse, but not enough for me to be like, I'm not using this to record a show.
Oh yeah, no. If I had only had the experience of just being in that call on there, I would have said no way, no how, ain't no way I'm gonna touch Bullhorn, because that was a like really like trash experience being from that perspective. But as a listener, it's a different experience. Like better quality audio, definitely. It was for whatever reason I didn't hear that quality when I first got in there. It was still on the lower end. For what reason, I can't say 100% sure. I have some ideas of why that would be, but that was just the experience as the person who was a listener jumped up to be there to do the live call-in, quote unquote. But yeah, I think it's a interesting platform with a lot of potential. But can you take guests on there doing video, or not possible? Only live call-in with audio?
No, man. So I guess, yeah. So yeah, I can add well, it's called add a co-host, but it's really just a link, a browser link. So I can send it to you, and then
give me 1 minute and I'll hop on.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, you know, Ecamm or whatever else. Showing all my text messages there. But yeah, so I can just send it, and I think if I read right, I can't remember, and I'm about to hit this back button and see what happens when I'm live, because there might be some other things to see there. But yeah, so I can either invite more listeners. I can add a co-host, which is pretty cool. And I think you can add like 5 or 7 people. I can't really remember. So if you're watching, I'm gonna hit this back button, which it's underneath my face. You can't see it, and just to see what happens here when I do while I'm live. so now this camera thing, my camera just got all wonky. This is not a bullhorn problem. This is something with eCam and web browser problem because I've had it a couple times. So I'm going to admit. And now I'm getting like a ton of feedback.
Hello there.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
So I can't hear you through here. I don't know if that's on my end or if that is, 1 second. Yeah, no. My settings look like they're all good. I can only hear you through Clubhouse.
Oh, so you might have to dip out of Clubhouse?
No. Well, because I have the audio from both my computer and my phone going through my Rodecaster, so I should be able to hear you.
I see.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Talk.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Can Raphael hear me?
Okay. I feel dumb. I had my my USB set to mute. But hey, this isn't that bad. Like, I mean, I've got it on my phone over here, and I can see you on the screen. It's interesting how it defaults to a square on the desktop.
Yeah.
But on mobile, it's still, I wouldn't call that full-on widescreen, but that's widescreen.
Yeah. So now, I guess if I'm doing this, the thing is, like, I can't, if I share a screen, you're only getting a portion of it.
Hey, it's 3 of me.
Your world just got so much better. 3 of you. The world is a good place. Dude, this is great, man. I did try with somebody yesterday on mobile. I sent them a link. It was like, hey, click on this, with your phone or whatever you're in front of. And it didn't work. Like I could see them, I could see myself, but they just saw a black screen. So maybe, they're tweaking that or whatever.
If you want, we can try that out right now. I can just hook up my phone.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. And I'm going to go back to Clubhouse over here. Dude, multi-streaming on different apps.
Confusing.
A little confusing. So in the back channel, Mehdi says, can you please explain about the app? So first of all, just a little disclaimer here for everyone listening or rewatching. This isn't my app. I discovered it through a friend of mine who I was looking for a live solution for podcasters that was like really fun, intuitive, almost like radio style, where maybe I could, I don't know, like do something a little different, but not always feel pressured to be on Clubhouse and to open up the stage and have, conversations. Like if I just want to jump on, want to record something quick and just leave it, or if I wanted to jump on and have an interactive, kind of like a Instagram, if you will, versus Clubhouse. Because for me anyway, I feel like Clubhouse is really, hey, let's get in, let's have conversations, let's do whatever. Now, I think there's no rules to any of this stuff. You can do what you want, but my personal conviction, for lack of a better term, is I want to include people into the Clubhouse conversation, but then there's stuff I don't want to, for lack of a better term, or I just, I don't want to feel like I have to carry on a conversation, invite people up, put people down, and moderate. I just want to create content, and I want to go live, and I want to have some fun, and I think this app is pretty cool. So I see Michael in the audience, and so Mehdi, this is a live streaming platform for podcasters and I mean live streamers, whatever, but I'm looking at it for more for podcasting live. So, hey, Mehdi, how's it going?
Hi, Billy. How are you? Thank you very much, and thanks for your explanation, first of all. Sorry for my English, because I know I'm not native and maybe has some problem in my words, and let's leave it. Okay, now I've installed it and made a profile. I have 2 questions. First of all, I didn't see any part for live streaming. This is my first question. And the second one, most of the platforms for the podcasts have this problem. I don't know, it's good to name them or not, but maybe the most famous of them has this problem. And when you put the link of a podcast or a live podcast in other platforms, when other people, they touch it, it makes, they will encounter a problem, a kind of error. What have you done for this kind of problems and errors in your platforms? Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. So maybe you didn't hear my disclaimer. I wasn't clear. This isn't my platform. I am just a user, a podcaster, live streamer who was looking for a platform to use. So first of all, I can't answer the first question though. The first question was, I don't see any way to go live. So there, you got to go to bullhorn.fm, and let me see if I can bring it up here for you. So if you're watching, so I'll just bring it up. If you're watching, you go to bullhorn.fm, and then there's a creators section. So you can get the app, you can listen to podcasts, whoever submitted their podcast on there. And if you're a podcaster and you haven't, go add your RSS feed. Then you just go to creators, and then you can sign up, and then you can claim and submit your RSS feed. And then when that is approved, this is what I did yesterday. When that's approved, then you'll have access to a dashboard, to a studio and a dashboard where you can now go live on it. So this is that. And then I just saw this. I wasn't really paying attention. Let me go back to my shot, so maybe it'll show up better. Is you can hide, or you can show the comment. So there should be a comment pop up here in just a second. Okay, so that's what a comment looks like. So then I can show another comment. So we'll hide this one. We'll show angels. Let's see. Okay, cool. So why did it go back to fuzzy? I accidentally double clicked that. That wasn't a glitch. That was a user error. We'll see. Okay, cool. So those are the questions, and you can fire those off onto the screen, which I think is pretty cool. You can do that in Ecamm as well. You know, if people are chatting through Facebook or wherever. Oh, one thing I haven't done is I haven't went to my own Facebook or my own YouTube or my own stinking Facebook channel. So Raphael, did you try to jump in? Did I miss you, or is it just not working?
Yeah, I tried, and it's really not built for mobile. It kept glitching out, and getting in there was a big problem from what I was seeing. It was trying to default to. It was like trying to make my selfie camera stream to the phone. It looked like that. It was very strange. Yeah, it definitely seems like it's a desktop first prioritized platform.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe at some point the app might change that, but
true, yeah. Which I think we both agree would probably better off using your desktop anyway.
Desktop streaming, I mean, just to begin with, is far superior.
Yeah.
But like in this day and age, it doesn't hurt to be able to have the ability for somebody to get on mobile, just so that you can have a guest who's maybe not got the full setup like you do.
True.
So,
yep.
Yeah.
Well, this is pretty cool, man. And I did look. I must have done something wrong, because, you know, I will show you. Let's see real quick. I'll go back out of here. And obviously I've messed something up because it's not working on my Facebook page. Even though I said it was connected, I'm sure I got to go live somewhere over here, which I didn't. However, it is working on my YouTube channel. So there it is. It's working. Resolution doesn't look the greatest from where I'm sitting on YouTube, but maybe it'll get better. I don't know. So anyway.
What's your setting for the resolution on there?
Oh, you know what? That's a good question. Let me see.
First thing to always check.
That's a good question. Let's go over here and look. Settings. Oh, it's auto at 720. Let's see, 720. Yeah, okay, so it's getting a little better. That's a little better. It's not horrible. All right, now you see what my camera did again. This is something with Ecamm, and in tabs and all this kind of stuff. It drives me crazy, but I'll actually quit Ecamm. I'll come back into it, and then it'll probably fix itself. All right. Anybody else? Oh, Michael's raising his hand. Sorry. This is not the good thing. Hey, what's up, Michael?
What's up? I finally was able to get my stuff together, and I can maybe help you out testing this from a desktop here.
Yeah, man. And so far, I'm seeing that on Bullhorn, we have 8 listeners, which is kind of cool. It does show it live.
So
10 listeners.
What do I need to do to, like, be a guest, or what do you need to test?
Oh,
I might be able to help you.
Here you go. Let me copy this. So you can, let me copy this. So if you want to be a co-host, I got to send you a link. If you want to be a guest, audio guest, you just you hit that call in button. So pretty cool.
All right, so I'm signing in on the web page.
Let me do Michael. So Michael, the page I'm going to send you the link is going to be a co-host. So it's going to bring, ask if you want to bring on your camera and all that fun stuff.
Where are you sending that to? The back channel here?
IG, because sometimes the back
IG,
channel
okay.
hasn't been working for me.
Gotcha.
What do you think so far, Raphael? Do you think this would be something that you're like, man, I could get with this and do some live? I guess the selling point is getting people on the app. Like I would love to see a broadcast out button similar to what Clubhouse has done, and similar to the other Fireside, the marshmallow roasting company.
Well, I think from the tech side, there's a lot of potential here. There's a few things that clearly need to just kind of be sanded down and just worked on a little bit. But I like it. I can say I like it definitely than the Marshmallow platform, the S'more platform. From a tech side and from the visual perspective, I think it does look like it works better. And also, you can actually broadcast from a desktop, which at least last time I checked, you couldn't on the other one.
Correct. Well, you can't. You can now, but it is still. It's not like this. Like you can't bring an external camera. So.
Because the other thing that I would say is, I have
I think I'm ready.
of an issue with any type of platform that doesn't already have an inbuilt audience where I can't tap into potentially finding new people. Like I already have, if I want to spend time live streaming, I could do that on my YouTube channel. I could do that on Instagram, on places where I already have a following and have the potential to get in front of people who I've never been in front of before. But if it's a smaller, newer platform, then my question becomes, what's the audience on there? Are there people that are looking for the type of content that I do, at least for my personal project, which is pretty niche? The next project that I'm going to launch is going to be maybe a little bit more wider spread or of a wider interest. But that's the question that I always have at the end of the day. Like, what is the draw to the platform to be able to expand the project? If it's from a tech side and I can broadcast out to other places, then that's interesting. But if it's just to be able to be on the platform, then for me, the draw isn't huge. But I really do like this app. I do like something about this. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I like it.
You know what? I'm the same way.
For me to say, like, I almost never say that about new apps.
I'm impressed because if anybody from Bullhorn is listening, and by the way, I'm about to make a poll, so I'm making a poll live. Let's see, hold on. What's the question? I can't write the question.
I agree with Raphael. The audio quality from Bullhorn is not as good as from Clubhouse. Your voice is not as clear, Billy.
Really? So
yeah.
Hop out though and listen just as a listener. It's a completely different experience.
But then on my side, it sounds just as good. Now that I'm hearing someone else, I'm actually like paying attention. Like it sounds just as good to me. Like I would record this and be happy with it from your side to my side. So maybe I could be better and do a better connection.
To compress the stream so that it's not as much going through the pipeline.
Oh, gotcha.
The assumption that the guest is not going to have as stable of a connection. I could be wrong, but that would be my first assumption.
Oh, it's weird. I have the audio going from both on my phone right now, and I can turn down the call volume and turn up the media volume. to hear the app or vice versa to hear Clubhouse. And they sound exactly the same for me.
Interesting.
That's why I'm thinking that there's some type of, especially if you're doing a call-in, that there's probably some type of VoIP protocol that they're using that just doesn't have as like big of a pipeline to get the voice in there.
Yeah, I couldn't really compare that because as soon as it switched that, I had to shut off the Clubhouse and it turned off my headphones.
Ugh.
So I don't know how it really compared.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to drag in another poll because I'm curious. Here we go. Maybe I'll figure it out here. I'm like, okay, so where did you discover this live stream from? Are you watching on Bullhorn? Did you go over here from Clubhouse? This is cool. Like I'm curious of like
I can't see the poll,
where
Billy.
it came from. Oh, so you can't see anything?
No, in the window I'm in, I'm just basically seeing a split screen of you and me. I see no messages in the chat yet as co-host. Let me click over here. Now I can see. So we have a co-host chat. Hi there. This is private.
Oh, we do?
So only you can see that. I think there's a tab at the top, you should see a co-host chat option.
Oh, yeah, there is. Oh,
so,
what's up?
Right, but I don't see the poll. I don't see where on this screen. I've seen questions from Alyssa and Angel. That's in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
I see the chat and our co-host chat, but I don't see a poll. So there you go.
All right. Oh, and here's Nee calling in. Check this out. What's up, Nee? Can you hear us? Are you there? He might not be there anymore. I didn't see it. I think I would like the if I was going to redo the interface, I probably would have those call-ins above the fold somewhere and maybe have all the library stuff. Oh, so Raphael, you're back in the co-hosted chat? So you're still, oh, here he goes. So let's bring him in now.
Aha.
Ooh. All
Hello
right.
there.
And then Nee is on the phone. So that's kind of cool. I'll tell you what, I've been looking for something that is like Instagram-ish, but that's a little more podcaster friendly. And I think this is, well, and live streamer friendly. I think this might be scratching my itch.
There's something about this, like I was saying before. It's kind of tough to put my finger exactly on it, but there's something about this platform.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. I'm like, man, I just love this. I just like it. I mean, I
never say that about new platforms. Like, I never say these things. Like, I never give this kind of positive feedback. It's always like, here's this problem, here's this problem, here's this problem. It's like there's some things that could be worked on.
Well, I like the idea that like everything's free basically, but they take a cut if you get monetized.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That's the same idea as basically YouTube at this point.
So let me ask you guys this question: can you hear Angel?
I hear her voice. Yeah, she's trying to chime in on Clubhouse.
Yeah. So Angel, will you talk? I'm curious. I guess you guys are hearing her through my Rodecaster, through the USB channel. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay.
I think that's what it is because I can hear myself through the app after I talk. I can't even see the video, and I still like it. And I figured out how to do the split screen. There's a little line on there, like right above the call-in button, and if you drag that down, then use the button in the top corner, it should split it.
Cool. So Resty, I believe if I'm saying that, Resty Gray, looks like he is from Bullhorn. So he says, "Hey, we're listening. Tell us what you want improved." So that's pretty cool, man. I like that they're here, they're involved. You know, their team is going, "Hey, what do you guys are who we're making it for. So, what do you want?" So one thing that I don't know if and once you guys host rooms, maybe I can come in there, help you test it like you have me, or not rooms, lives. But I would definitely maybe bring the call in, the chat, and the questions. On the guest side, when you're in here with me, is it all the way at the bottom of your screen?
No, it's on the right side of the screen.
Okay, so my co-hosted chat, so it kind of goes library, our video, co-host, stats, preview, in 3 little blocks. Then there's a timeline where I can drag and drop stuff onto it. Actually, well, you guys can't. Well, now you can see it if there's 3 people.
So small.
Yeah, so small.
Also, what's really interesting is that there's a huge difference in the color from the desktop to the app. I mean, granted, okay, always between a phone and a monitor there'll be some difference, but like the blacks are just like completely crushed. It feels like I'm looking at an Instagram filter on the app rather than like on the desktop. It feels like normal video.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at it on my iMac screen, the blacks on my camera don't look as deep as it doesn't look right. There's some weird color things going on.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like horrible, but it's fine.
Sid, let me know if you want to jump into the live chat, man. I'll send it to you because I want to see.
Are you seeing that little glitchy video stuff happening, Raphael?
Yeah, I'm seeing
wondering what that is.
I just saw it again. Yeah.
At first it was on Billy's, but now it's also both of yours.
It's probably my internet. It's probably my
it just happened again. I just saw it on your window, Raphael.
What's up, Sid? Is Sid in Clubhouse?
But wait, he's on the stage in Clubhouse.
Billy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's up, man?
Okay, so I just opened up the bullhorn.fm and I see Raph.
Oh, you should see my screen. And now you can see my face.
Yeah. Okay. It hasn't moved. I just see your screen.
So is he seeing just your feed, Billy, or all three of us?
Yeah. No, he's seeing all three of you, right? Is that what you're seeing, Sid?
Michael, is that you with the KC baseball hat?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, I did not know who that was. So yes,
that's me. That's what I look like in the flesh.
How could you not recognize him? Dude, I gotta say, you look a lot better than your profile picture. Just saying.
This is pretty cool, and I think you can get on here, do lives just like we are. You guys are on the Clubhouse stage. You're muted. This is fun. This is pretty cool.
I might have to think of those.
You can only see two of them on the YouTube feed. That is a good question.
I was going to say I might have to think about this for my weekly program that I do on Clubhouse and Twitter, and maybe also stream it to Bullhorn as well. I don't know. Well, I'm need to think about this. This is cool.
And I don't know how long you've been on here, Michael, but you can also I'm gonna say restream because I don't know, multi-stream from the creator dashboard here to YouTube, to Facebook, and to Twitch right now.
So Billy, is Bullhorn like StreamYard or Ecamm Live? Is that basically what it's like?
Man, it is, but it isn't. I mean, I don't know what the user side feels like too much. I looked at it yesterday and they took me through a demo. But there's a lot of cool stuff. So for people, kind of joining, a couple things I've been doing is like this poll, like they have built-in polls. So you're probably not gonna be able to see it because the screens are so small, but I can literally drop in like a live poll to the screen. So you're gonna see it come on here in a couple seconds. Which in my opinion, this is like one of the funnest features because, it's like, where did you discover this? Are you watching from Bullhorn? Are you watching from Clubhouse?
By the way, it's making me put in my name and sign up before I can vote on the poll.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense.
It kind of feels like a combination between what's that one? StreamYard with a little bit of the social aspect of a YouTube stream, but with the kind of platform aspect of something like Apple/Spotify, kind of everything in one in a way, but it's not really any of those platforms. It's kind of its own thing,
and without all of the annoying things of Twitch.
Yeah. So one thing that's happened is I've noticed over on Clubhouse, Garish told me, and also Nee told me, hey, try to call in, no answer. And once again, for anyone at Bullhorn, I think the problem is it's below the fold of the website. So as a producer of the show, I'm watching the stream, I'm seeing my co-host chat. I'm probably, when I'm live, less interested in my library, and I'm less interested in stats and co-host chat and preview. I'm probably way less interested in that than I am for call-ins, chats, and questions, because that's where all the interaction's coming from. So I've been missing the interaction. I've been missing the opportunity to bring people on the show because I'm just not thinking, let me scroll down and look. So I don't know if there's a way to maybe rearrange that a little bit. Can you guys see that on my screen?
If there were a way to maybe be able to have that, like, as the user or like the producer, be able to it almost looks like, can you drag it? No, because it almost looks like you could drag it, but you can't.
No, I don't think so. Or yeah, that would be kind of cool too. Like, cause some people might take.
Resizable.
So in some shows, it might be like, hey, the priority here is for me to drop polls, is for me to drop pictures, is for me to drop whatever. So it'd be kind of cool to, in the settings somewhere, to be able to number, like all these positions have numbers, and you can just rearrange those. Like chat goes number one, such number two, or whatever.
Even
like
making your own like layout, like, okay, this is my layout for this show, my layout for that show, my layout for the other one. Because I know for me, like, the chat would be important, but being able to because if you go back to your screen and show us your screen, having all that vertical real estate for that, for me, doesn't feel like it would be necessary. Because I mean, you see the gray bars above and below us, that doesn't feel like it's necessary to have there. The chat could, or the questions could easily be like, you could move that all around and lay that out in a way that it would be much more accessible, and actually having all of it viewable right next to like all on the same page, especially if you zoom out to like say 80% zoom in or
what about a side scrollable version like TweetDeck has, where you can have them lined up in columns and organize the columns as you'd like them in priority of whatever you're doing.
I'll admit I've never been the biggest fan of that layout, but I think it could work. If it were somehow that you could change it up, I think that would be really cool. I mean, granted, there's a lot that goes into the back end of that you have to start, like, if you make this movable, you make that movable, and it makes everything kind of crash, and to make it so they don't go over each other.
It's easy from the consumer side
right now.
Yeah.
It's easy from my side.
These are the things that we would want.
Yeah, this is cool, man. I really enjoy it. And so far from, somewhere where I live here in Puerto Rico, internet's not the greatest. I feel like it's staying connected well. Your guys' picture looks good, which is really small compared to if I brought
we're
you
across three
different
Puerto Rico,
continents.
Portugal, and United States. That's
2 different
we're all across the world. Yeah. So now here's the problem I'm gonna have as a host is Clubhouse, because I feel like I've neglected all my Clubhouse friends, and I don't know if Sid was trying to say something earlier, if that was Garish, and I apologize. Like, this is where I fall short of the mod glory. So so let's go back to Clubhouse real quick. Sid, Garish, did you guys have anything else, or anyone else on the stage?
No, I'm trying to figure out the user point and the creator point, and I had to hang up on that bullhorn because it was like double audio going on. But it's pretty cool. I mean, there's some few tweaks I think we need to do, but I think we're good. I think.
Yeah. So for you guys, Michael and Raphael, I know you are switching. Like, what was the process for you to switch audio over? Did you have to completely No, you're still in Clubhouse though, right?
So go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say I'm harnessing the magic of the Rodecaster.
Same.
Yeah,
So
gotcha.
that's
I have the mute button turned on.
Oh, so you're just muting the phone channel.
So right now I could unmute Clubhouse, and then all sorts of things go bad. So we're not going to do that. Yeah.
Gotcha. So everybody go buy a Rodecaster or Mixcast 4.
No, I mean, like, actually, it was weird because when I first got on to Bullhorn, it was only giving me the audio from Clubhouse. And then when I closed out of the app and came in that second time, then I started getting the audio both from Bullhorn and Clubhouse. So
gotcha.
I don't know what happened there, but I mean, clearly what was going on with Angel and how she can modify those individual levels separately on Android could be useful. And that would actually be a really interesting use case for running one of these streams that uses multiple platforms in that way.
Yeah, man.
Can I ask a question again, if that's okay? So
yeah, go for it.
So the phone is connected to my PodTrack, and PodTrack I can hear Clubhouse and Bullhorn. But I'm not able to. But then I hear double. So what were you guys saying to mute what again?
Well, I think what would have to happen in Raphael or Michael, since they've done it, could tell you. But I think you're gonna have to maybe get out of one of the apps to be able to talk on the other one. Is that right, Raph?
Well, I'm in both apps. So you're hearing me now on the Roadcaster coming through the computer. I have myself muted on Clubhouse, and I also have the TRRS on my Roadcaster muted. If I wanted to go over to Clubhouse, that would be a little bit more of a problem unless I'm speaking through your connection. Through
gotcha.
your Roadcaster, kind of how you have it set up right now, so that we can hear each other across the platforms.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to get back in, then that would be the place where it would start getting a little complicated. Because really only one person at a time can have both open.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
as Sean calls
Right
it for
now.
our weekly thing, you are the audio cable right now for the two
Yeah.
platforms, Billy. So I'm muted on Clubhouse and speaking to you through Bullhorn, so that's how they're hearing me. But then on the Roadcaster, I could switch over and talk just on Clubhouse if I wanted to.
Right.
So long as you are the only audio link between them. If I unmute Clubhouse on my mixer, then there's two audio links and it gets all that echo.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Does that help you, Garish?
Sure.
You sound so convincing. Please.
Okay, so the way. Does that answer the question?
You just need to be, Garish, the answer is you need to listen to only one platform and mute the
Yeah.
other one.
Yeah.
Is basically the thing.
That makes sense.
But as a listener,
figure
if
out
you're
how,
listening through your
because-
phone, jump out of one of the apps.
Yeah, you just have to close either Clubhouse or Bullhorn. So this is the deciding factor. You pick one or the other. Who
If
you
you're on
with?
Apple, because I mean, like what
Right.
Angel was saying before,
With
you could
Android.
turn down the audio.
With Android, if I hit my volume button, I can select the audio. Clubhouse comes through like a call, so that I adjust my call volume for Clubhouse and then my media volume for
Oh.
Bullhorn.
But is that
You know-
because you're on stage?
Oh.
It might be
If I was in the
because
au-
it's
Well, and it switches
Yeah.
to if I was in a call on Bullhorn, it would take over my call audio, and if I
right.
was
So
in the audience,
if you're
then
if
it
you're in
would
the
be
audience,
media.
then it's going to pull both in at the same
so I didn't have that
source.
problem when I was the audience. Yeah, she's right on that.
So I had to turn my backlight on. What am I doing? I can't be a live streamer without backlighting.
I know, man. I had to get some colored lighting recently just so I can
So
feel
Billy,
like a
let me
real
ask you
streamer.
this. So Clubhouse has a club deck, right, which is on your desktop. So can you do Bullhorn also on the desktop or no?
I don't. Well, as far as a listener, or as a like right now, I'm producing this live stream from my desktop. So whatever you see on your phone is coming from my desktop. But
Yeah, so I
as
just signed up for a creator, so I guess.
Oh yeah. So I think the process, and I didn't really ask this because I was already past this point, but I believe, if I'm correct, and I think there's some people from Bullhorn that are listening, so maybe they could chime in the chat here. But I think you go and you submit your RSS feed from your podcast, and then once that is processed, which didn't take very long for mine, then you will get the creator dashboard. But I didn't see any of that stuff that I see now or that I've been showing through this live stream until my RSS feed was connected to the account. So I'm assuming that's how it works. But if somebody from Bullhorn, okay, so Resty is giving me the thumbs up over from Bullhorn. So
That,
cool.
I think that could have been
and
one.
what is the process for the approval? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I think
no.
I think it's like anything else, Garish. I think you take your RSS feed and there should be a claim submit. So if you go to bullhorn.fm/creators, just claim submit, put it in there and submit it. And I bet since people from Bullhorn are listening, maybe they could expedite that. What's the name of your show, Garish? We'll put in a request here live.
Back to basics.
Back to basics.
I want this.
Help us.
As just like a corporate company, I should say. I want this done yesterday.
Yeah, right. Well, and also you're not the only person. So I see that Mita there as well. I think he said that in the chat as well, or in the questions. So man, pretty cool. This is pretty fun. Michael, what's your thoughts, man? What do you think so far?
I like it. I think it's it's got a lot of potential to it. There's a couple of little things that still need to get worked out. One of the things we talked about in the co-host chat is that for some reason I can't type into the regular chat. There's not a text box to put text in. I don't see the poll on the screen.
Same.
So there's a couple little things that need to get worked out, but it seems like it has a lot of potential. Yeah.
So okay, yeah, man, yeah. So I guess those things are noted. I'm curious to be a guest eventually on this platform and see. Oh, go for it, Sid.
Are you going to use this to record your podcast from now on? Is that what you're testing this for?
Yeah, this is what I'm testing it for. I'm testing it because I've been wanting to go live, and this is how I kind of explained it. Maybe I'm thinking completely wrong, and you guys should say, hey, man, you're thinking about this wrong. But as a creator, I want to go live with just audio sometimes. I don't always want to go live with video. And I feel like when I jump into Clubhouse, I mean, look at this awesome community that's come in, that's been through. I don't want to just jump on here and run a show without communicating with people, without bringing them up. So I've been kind of looking for a platform like, where can I go live, just audio, but not on a radio platform that is geared toward podcasters, that has some other elements, and without feeling the pressure of like, hey guys, this is Billy from Creating for Money, and today I'm going to talk about 12 ways to sell your soul on eBay or whatever. Like, how do I do that in audio format, maybe have some live interaction, live engagement, but not feel the pressure to bring people on stage? Does that make sense? Does that answer your question, Sid?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Cool. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people are like, hey, you're using Clubhouse wrong, but I think this is, a little easier way, I think, for me to do it, but I don't know. What's your thought, Michael? You're probably hosting more rooms than any of us at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just doing the one a week mainly on Sundays. That's my big one. And again, yeah, it gives me a lot to think about because I've thought about ways of bringing in some sort of visual elements, maybe even as an extra thing for people who support the program each month or something. People have asked for being able to see both platforms on the same screen. So I'm thinking about it. It gives me a lot to think about. Yeah.
Well, the cool thing is, let me see. How would I do this? I don't have the right setup, but I could bring my phone screen into Ecamm. Now, I don't think I can bring it into Bullhorn by itself, but I could bring it into Ecamm and show people on the screen or whatever. So I don't know. Anyway, I think I've tried that before. I failed, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Well, yeah. If anybody is listening in from Bullhorn, I am having a problem logging into the account that I've just created.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I can log into it, and I'm logged in from my mobile, but logging in from the desktop is not working.
Is it asking that weird number thing? Like, give us a phone number?
Yeah, it's asking for a phone number, and it says invalid phone number, and I'm just trying to figure out if it's needing like an American length phone number because you have it's what is it, 3, 6, 10 digits. In Portugal, it's 9 digits.
Okay, so I think what's happening is if you're on the website and you're going, because I had this problem yesterday. Sorry, my dogs are going wild. Actually, it's my neighbor's dog. I can't kill that dog. Anyway, but if you go to profile, that gets a little tricky. I don't know what that is, but I go to the creators link and then log in from there, and it works. Because I had that trouble yesterday.
Let's see.
Because I was trying to log in from the profile link and
Rusty said it should be your base phone number. Whatever.
Yeah,
that
now
means.
It's asking me for an email, and there's no email associated. And yeah, both the email, there's no email that seems to be, at least I don't think I associated it. Maybe I did. No, I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, Garrett.
So, from a video point of view, when you go live, where maybe I'm just being stupid, I just need to ask this question. So if you're going live on video or audio, where does it get saved? Does it get saved on the individual platforms?
So yes, if you're live streaming to Facebook or to YouTube or to Twitch, it will save the video on those platforms. Now I have not ended the stream, but when I was doing the demo with the Bullhorn team yesterday, there was no video, it was just audio download. So this platform will save the audio, and it'll save it in a couple different ways, which another thing that I might recommend is an arrangement of windows. So like if I wanted to make my window bigger, put you guys below me, similar to like StreamYard or something, because I'm going to share my screen, but it's so small I don't think anybody could see it.
Oh, did we lose Billy?
Yeah, it seems like we did.
Well,
Let me open
it's
up
our
Clubhouse.
show
feed
now. We're
will-
taking over.
Well, I can put it into my RSS feed and it'll generate, but it'll show both
Okay,
of
so
them
that's
on
him
here,
from
so it'll
Clubhouse.
double. I don't know if they told me about it yesterday, but I can't remember. But
I'll
definitely
pop over
like
on
Nick,
Clubhouse and tell him
Steve,
we
Sam,
can't
you
hear
guys
him.
all
to do that.
super great guys, super passionate about podcasting and
Hey,
helping
Billy.
creators. Yeah, go for
We
it.
lost you on Bullhorn. Like, you're not there.
It's our show now.
We can't see you. We lost
I'm
your
coming
audio.
back. Okay, cool. So I dipped out of the studio, so let me come back and see if you guys can see me now. 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 See me now.
It's feeling like an electronic house song. See me now. See me now.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Whoa, hold
Yeah,
on.
That's
Okay.
pretty
You're
cool
a bit
effects.
squished now.
Okay, dude. So this is like an eCam. I think what happened, Ralph, is I skimped on
Did
the
you got
H.
disconnected?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, and I should be speaking to you through Bullhorn through your audio cable again.
Okay, you are. Yep. Okay,
Now, your
cool.
picture doesn't look right to me. Does it look
Yeah,
right to you,
it's,
Raphael?
It's squished on the x-axis.
Yeah.
So watch this. It's an eCam browser problem.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna quit eCam, but you guys can still hear me, right?
Whoa,
We
now
can
I
hear you,
see
but it
two
froze
of
your
Michael.
picture.
I've got two Michaels here. All right, there you're back, and now you're looking.
I don't know what that problem is. I have it with every video live stream thing like this, like Restream. I think I've skimped out on the HDMI to USB, so I think maybe that's the problem. I don't know.
Well, that shouldn't be the problem. If you're getting that issue, that should be
or the M1 chip. Maybe it's Apple problem. I don't know. Who knows?
I think it's communication, just one of those little gremlins in the system.
All right, so Nee is coming in through a call, so I'm going to promote him and I'm going to show him and see if he's still there.
By the way, Billy, it's a stupid question, but are you using the proper HDMI, or is it a 4K or 8K?
Oh, it's a 4K, and
Okay, because I had a similar issue. So what I did is I bought an 8K cable, and then it worked fine after that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it's weird because it only messes up like that when I am in browsers like Restream, StreamYard, this one. It doesn't mess up when I'm just in eCam. Just weird.
Then it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the cable then.
I'll try it though. I'll get an 8K cable, and I can still plug 8K cable into a 4K.
Or it could be the bit rate of how you're transferring. So maybe it's a 30 bit rate instead of 60 or something like that.
That might be it.
Live.
And I don't know what this defaults
to. Him out.
Oh, it kicked Nee out?
Yeah. He said it on the chat on Bullhorn.
Let me see again. I'm going to try to promote you again, Nee, if it'll let you. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to remove you and try to come back again. Now, can you guys see people who are calling? You can't see that. Okay, cool. So
nope.
So that would be another cool feature too if we were co-hosting that you guys can moderate as well.
Or
moderate.
Even if you could have a second producer, like you have on what is it, Riverside? You have the producer, host, and then guest kind of statuses within that system. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool as well. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty fun. I'm probably going to use this. I got to figure out my strategy with it, but I love, I record everything live to drive anyway. So for me, it's like, cool, this is going to work. So maybe for personal podcasting. And then another thing that would be curious, which I guess maybe you could, because I was really, curious about doing like an internet radio station. However, I realized that's to do it the right way, from my understanding from radio guys, which I know John jumped in and jumped out, would be like a ton of content, especially if we want to do 24/7.
Yeah.
And then
well, there are some stations that do like a 5-hour or 12-hour period, but that's still a lot of content.
Yeah, it's a lot of content. So I was thinking talk radio, but I was thinking man, I know so many cool creators. Is what if we all, maybe even created a stream feed and came in here and did live shows and just like a whole creator collaborative, similar to on Clubhouse, because we're all doing podcasting rooms or live streaming or YouTube or something in this creative world, how to monetize it, how to do whatever. And I thought that'd be kind of cool to have a place where, a creator collaborative or whatever, where people could jump onto a Bullhorn account and, produce a live show or, whatever. I don't know. Just something to think about, but maybe it'd be a disaster.
I'd be up for trying to figure out something like that.
All right, Garish, what's up, man?
I'm sorry. On the dashboard, do you see all the channels that you can connect to? As soon as you get approved, I guess.
Well, so there's a couple different ways. You can go live now. And once you go live, you can set up those channels. So you'll be able to put it in your RTMP, stream feed, stream key, URL, all that kind of information for Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and maybe that's it right now. I can't remember. But yeah, so that's where you'll see it. And then you just like exit out of that and finish setting up your live stream. So it's similar to like start a room from your hallway here on Clubhouse or schedule a room. So if you schedule, but the cool thing is when I scheduled, similar to Clubhouse, I guess, I got a note, I got my own notification because I'm subscribed to myself on Bullhorn, and it said like, hey, here's a waiting room open. And then while you're in that waiting room, you can like drop links or promotions or whatever with those tools I was showing earlier. So kind of a cool, messaging, whatever. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a really interesting balance for podcasting and live streaming. So I don't know. What's up, me?
The audio quality on here is impressive for live. Like, I'll say that.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Yeah, you guys are audiophiles, so I'm like, talk to me through a dead horse. I don't care. I'll just roll with it. What do you think, Michael? Do you agree with that, Michael, or do you disagree with that?
I think that's an interesting mixed metaphor that you just. That's all I have to say about that. Audio quality is good. It is good. Yeah. And if you have a good environment and a good microphone, you're going to sound better. I think it goes with a lot of internet audio these days. The better you sound sending a signal into it, the better you're going to sound overall, period.
Yeah.
And if you want a better signal, you guys check out Michael Sterling Audio.
That was not a seed to
help
you pitch
No,
me.
man. But I'm serious, man. Like, I think you do a phenomenal job working with people. You put in a lot of hard work. And, dude, we spend a lot of money on this stuff. Like, I spent $600 on a Rodecaster. I sound like crap until I get in a room with you and Raf and a couple other people and really help me out. So it's like, yeah, man, to pay you for your time to make my $600 thing. It's like buying a house, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to stop trying to make metaphors and all this stuff. Nee, what is going on, my man? You having trouble over there?
I don't know, man. I see I'm on the computer with Bullhorn, and then also I got my phone, but I didn't connect my phone to the Rodecaster. It kicks me out. I don't know. It has a red bar underneath it and with some scribbling thing underneath it. And then once I hit connect, it doesn't let me go in. But I think there's always going to be a delay because early on when you were talking to Mike and Mike was about to talk, it took a long seconds before it kind of came through. So if you're watching it and you're listening to it at the same time, it's going to throw you off, if you just, but I think, I like it. It's good.
Yeah.
I think it's way much better. It's not complicated. From what I'm seeing right now, it's not going to make things complicated when you're trying to simulcast, if you don't know what you're doing. But if you know what you're doing, it makes life pretty doggone easy. So now I think, yep, that's all I got for now.
Need does bring up an interesting point that
I'm sorry, you were muted. You were muted, Raphael, for Clubhouse. Sorry, I gotta just not mute. I gotta mute from my board, so this doesn't happen. Sorry, go for it.
Yeah, no, what I was saying was Need brings up an interesting point because there is a noticeable delay even on here on Bullhorn. I don't know if it's your video to audio that's delayed, but it feels like for all three of us there is a little bit of a delay in between us for just the conversational aspect, like that little extra few milliseconds to get it there.
Oh, gotcha.
Plus the synchronization.
Yeah, I gotta go. Well, I'm gonna go back and watch on YouTube because I can't watch on the app, I don't think. So I'll have to go back and check it out. But yeah, man, pretty cool. I think Nee will like this, and if you guys aren't over on the app in the chat, you should. There's Resty. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, and it looks like Zane are in there helping people out, giving out emails to contact them if you have any questions. And they did say they're gonna have it to where you can sign up with Bullhorn without an RSS feed, so that's good news. So if you don't have
I
a
have a question
podcast,
about that.
this
What's
could
the
be your
RSS
podcast.
feed for? What is it used for? And like, how does that integrate with your podcast and so on?
Well, I'm not 100% sure. Well, the RSS feed is where you can take that feed. So I host on Sounder. I can take that feed and syndicate it to Spotify and Apple and Stitcher and iHeart and Bullhorn and all those places. Now, why they had it kind of gated with the RSS feed being in the access, I have
So
no idea.
Bullhorn is its own podcast player. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, from my understanding, yeah, and it's kind of like Wisdom, I guess, but it also like brings in, you can put your RSS feed, so you guys can go on Bullhorn and listen to my whole podcast because I put it on there, and so now it's not hosted, but it's syndicated there, I guess. I guess that's the right term. I don't know what else to say.
We have also a comment from Sam here. RSS sign up links your Bullhorn creator account to your podcast.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it brings us.
I'm just thinking of people who don't have a podcast yet or don't have an RSS feed yet, but they want to get started. Like, what's the barriers for them, I guess, is my question.
Yeah, and I think maybe Resty said that earlier, that they're maybe going to take that out. I don't know. So it says, yes, your own podcast player, so you're building on top of your existing content.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say though,
cool.
like actually the glitches on my end are getting really bad. Like with you guys like popping in and out, it's like I'm actually getting nauseous. So I might take a step off for a little while.
Yeah, man.
Just
no
because
worries.
it's getting difficult to look at the screen. But I really am loving what I'm seeing so far. Like you guys know, I rarely will ever say that, but I like this. I like.
All right,
this.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Raphael likes a platform. You have done a fantastic job so far.
All right, good. I'll see y'all next time, and if it's not too flashy on here next time, maybe I'll hop on again.
Well, dude, and I'll be curious to know how does this all work together? That's why I still don't understand how the internet works when it comes to live streaming. So I don't know if all three feeds are uploading separately, if you guys are all coming to me and I'm pushing you out back to I don't know. So it could be my Puerto Rican internet.
I mean, hey Billy.
Well, it's holding up today. Anyway,
out here,
see ya.
I don't see the glitches that Raphael is talking about, though. So I'm sure it might be loading onto a server that they have, and that server is what is pushing it out. So that gives the buffer time for the delay and fix out any glitches. Because I think that's what with Restream and Emacs, that's what they do. You push it onto their server, and then they push it out and try to get you the best buffer that they can provide. So when one server is down, another server picks it up. If I'm right, but I see a game changer in this also, because if it's leading into your RSS feed and you have a show, you've already arranged your show in whether you're using a Rodecaster, Mixcaster, or whatever you're using, and you play your intro, and then you get the mid-show and your ads and everything. You could do all this thing live and still create a video that your YouTube guys may be seeing, which I think is going to be really, really awesome and a game changer. Like every new platform, there's always got to be some work's being done, because I'm using Emacs right now and I'm loving it also. But then again, there's glitches that happen, but in terms of whatever the HD quality that they're pushing, because I don't use your regular cameras. What I use is iPhones, and I use like between the iPhone SE and the XR, because they give out 4K 30, and that's what I use with my lightning cables, which I get really, really good videos from those, but I think it's going to be a game changer, for that, till maybe someone else comes about. this promising for almost everybody that would be really interested in it.
Yeah, man, I agree, and I think too. And once again, I'm not going to go back out because I think it dropped out last time I did that. But I think the monetization aspect of it, the analytics are going to be pretty good because I know. And this is another thing, and I don't know how it looks for you, Michael, but I have a teleprompter, an iPad teleprompter with a 35 millimeter lens. And so it's a pretty good distance from me. I mean, this is arm's length and I'm still not touching the teleprompter. So the screen is pretty small in the middle. And then, yeah, I'm like struggling. I mean, I could probably read the chat from here. I mean, it's the same thing with Ecamm, but Ecamm I can actually just bring the screen pretty wide. As the thing. But I think you have a giant iMac, don't you?
I've got a dual monitor setup. Yeah, I've got the iMac 27-inch, and I've got another 22-inch monitor next to it. And that's kind of what I'm looking towards right now. The iMac's over to the right. And now I lost you. Oh, there you are.
I turned the camera on and off.
Well, so what's interesting, though, is when Raphael left, the glitching stopped. There's not been any more flashing. And the both of us went down to a sort of a double box, smaller inside of the window. You turned off your camera and came back. Now we're both in a double box filling the window instead of just sort of.
Oh.
So I think the way it auto adjusts the size of things still needs a little bit of work too, I think.
Okay.
And when Raphael was on, the three of us caused that glitching. Now with two of us, there isn't any.
There's none.
For what that's worth.
Interesting. Yeah, well, it seems like the Bullhorn team is here listening, kind of getting our feedback, that kind of thing. So pretty cool. But yeah, once again, guys, this is a free platform. I was talking to a buddy of mine about radio stations and all that stuff, and he's a podcaster and works with a really big podcast company called Podchaser, and he's like, dude, don't like, go look at Bullhorn first, go check it out. And so I'm like, all right, I'll go check it out. Immediately I sent him an email because I was having a little trouble because my email changed on my RSS feed. Nick reached out to me and was like, hey, got you approved, got you in, and then let me know if you want to schedule a time to jump on a call and kind of walk through the platform. And I was like, sure, I'll do that. And so I was able to talk to him yesterday. And so, yeah, man, I'm pretty impressed. I told him, like, I don't really endorse things until I use it for a while, but I think this first stream for however long, an hour and a half, has been pretty flawless, man. I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest. And I love all the features. I just wish, like, the call in, the chat, all that stuff was either movable or it was up higher on my screen, because I did miss several call-ins. But I guess if I was doing a call to action for call-ins, maybe I wouldn't care so much. But anyway, that's my thoughts, man. That's my thoughts. Michael?
I was just...
Oh, go ahead, Garish. Or who was that? Sorry.
Yeah,
that was Nee.
Oh, Nee, sorry.
But then he dropped off the stage on Clubhouse.
But I was just looking
there he
also, right? It has an app for Android and for Apple also. So I think that would be really, really sweet if it's just a call in for your guests who don't have good.
Okay, alrighty. So we lost Billy over on. And now we have weird echo things going on.
Hey.
Billy, you got some weird echoey things going on.
Mr. Billy.
Yeah, nothing's come through.
Did you just hear that bunch of delay? Oh, it's still doing it.
It feels like being in a rave party or something. I don't know, like a.
There we go. I wonder what caused that, because I was like muted, then I came back. Oh wait, Michael, you're muted. It looks like.
Yes, now you should be able to hear me through Bullhorn.
Yep.
And you're the audio cable to Clubhouse again.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. What happened? Where'd you go?
Oh, sorry. I had a little 3-year-old outside my door going crazy, so I'm like, oh, Michael can host it. I'm out.
what a great mod.
Rules of live streaming. Don't do that.
I think it's your internet, because Mike comes like really, 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 really awesome. Only I don't know whether Mike is using a 8K camera or something, but
no,
you could tell the quality of the internet.
Yeah, dude, it's probably definitely my internet. If it looks like crap, it's my internet, guarantee.
This is a 1080p camera over Google Fiber gigabit internet, so there you go.
There you go. Yeah, and mine is a I don't think I have it set on 1080, but it's a DSLR, super nice over crappy internet. But that was one of my questions too, which I, hopefully they'll answer, is like, what is the speed? Because Ecamm is like, oh yeah, you just need 10 megabytes a second for upload to get good 1080p video with multiple people, and it's just not true. Like, I don't care what I do, it never turns out well. So I don't know what it is, but we'll see. Anyway,
I kind of don't like Ecamm no more, man. It's awesome to use. They've added a couple of nice features to it with this new update, but I just kind of don't like it no more. It's too expensive for me. For what I do.
Yeah, man. I mean, they got a lot of good features, but it is pricey, and I'm just gonna wait 90 days before I say any more, because it could just be internet, and I could go home, and I could be riding rainbows and unicorns and all kinds of fun. So, well, that I think I'm gonna close this up both on Clubhouse and over here on Bullhorn. Super great conversation so far. Test is really good. Sure, there's like always, I think with any kind of software, and all kinds of people, there's always going to be complaints no matter what, who does or whatever. But pretty cool, and I'll definitely be using it. I mean, for free, you can't beat it. And then build an audience on here, and I don't see the monetization feature on my account, but maybe it's coming, or maybe I'm missing it. So I'll definitely be turning that on, because that's what I do. I'm trying to monetize it all. Right, Michael?
You get free
all about creating for money.
What'd you say, Nee?
I said you get free money here too.
All free money. I like free money.
I gotta jump on your bandwagon, and get that free money, because
dude, nothing. What are you talking about? Free money? Ain't nothing free. I'm working.
I jumped on Mati's stuff and rearranged my office, like I was saying yesterday, and everything, and realized how much space I got and what I could do also, and create 2 offices in one, which is kind of cool though,
Yeah, man, it's cool. I can't wait to get back. I'm in my home office back home is pretty small too, but I think we're going to build out a studio and do some Amazon Live stuff and do some live shows on here. This is pretty cool. So I got to figure out my strategy. So Michael, I'm curious, are you curious about doing, adding the live element to some of your stuff?
Not very much. And it'll be very limited if I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really all about the audio. That's where my focus is. And if there are opportunities for video to help with that, then yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. Okay, so, and this is, once again, I'm missing the chats because they're so far down here. So Sam said, "Rad session. Appreciate the suggestions. Talk soon." I believe if I'm correct, if I remember right, he's one of the founders, co-founders. We have monetization. Yes, Rusty, you do. I don't know where it's at. You can look, or you can lock content behind paywalls. And the cool thing about that is too, when they're showing it to me yesterday, it wasn't like all or nothing. It was certain aspects of it. So you could, certain aspects of your stream and the different things that, calls, questions, chat, you can have access for a price. And I think there's only 2 pricing tiers. And then you kind of do this revenue split, which is 85-15, which is still pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And you can lock features behind paywalls too. So call in. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. All right, cool. And this is a little. Is this a share button? Oh, okay, cool. So I can bring up the chat in a big window. I did not see that. Is that on your side, Michael?
No, I just see the double box of both of us.
Oh, okay. So that would be, yeah, you would definitely need a chat over there.
I got a big old chat that I can see though. Chat, and then there's another side also that says questions.
Yeah, so that's what you see. But definitely as a co-host, I would think that's, you got to see that chat.
Like I said, I can see the chat window. I've got the panel that has the tabs for co-host chat and the regular chat. I can type into the co-host chat, but I cannot type into the regular chat. But I can read it.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Well, I'm excited. If anybody decides to use this and you do a live show, please ping me or whatever and let me know that you're going live. And I'd love to see both the listener side or viewer side, and then also maybe a co-host side. If presented the opportunity, I would definitely jump into one of those and check it out. But go ahead.
There's a gear icon right by the volume up or down that you could shut your chat off and shut the questions also on and off. So I don't know whether you have to click that on you guys, because all I see is just the viewer point.
Yeah, so I can turn on chat on and all the whole chat. I can turn it on and off. So if so if you're doing a live something or another, and you said, okay, now we're gonna do questions. We're gonna open it up for 5 minutes of questions or whatever. Then you can do that, and then open chat or whatever. I like the questions. I mean, I know it's no different. It's just like a chat box, but I like the label
and I've seen the box.
The focus on it.
When you turn that on and off, the questions box disappears and then reappears on the screen.
Oh, okay, cool. So that's interesting. So yeah, I'm just turning it on and off here, and then no, you probably don't see the call-in thing, do you? Like, there's no way for you to call in. That wouldn't make sense. Okay, cool.
And then when you turned off the chat, I could no longer access that tab, but it was still there. I just couldn't. When I clicked on it, it doesn't do anything.
Okay, gotcha. Well, at least you can see it. You can't chat back, but you can see it. But it'd be nice if you could chat back for sure. Okay.
Right, but when you turned the chat off, then I could not go to that tab and read what was there before.
Okay, and neither can I. So it's kind of like it just kind of glazes over, and then I can't see what's behind it. And I can't scroll up and down, but now I can since it's on. And same thing for questions. Cool. All right, man. Well, this has been a pretty good test. I don't know if I'm sure I missed some features or whatever, but hey, I think for a first time, I'm going to put it into, and also like 10 listeners on here. I don't know where those are coming from. Is that the whole bullhorn team, or is that?
I guess it's the whole bullhorn team, man. Hey, if they're listening, my name is Nee, spelled Nii. I just sign up. Just hit me a shout out too. And I know Mike also is also in audio, but not in video. But give me a shout out so we could help promote this in our community. Since we're doing a live demo, right? That's what you're doing, Billy, today, right?
Yeah.
Live demo. Yeah, getting a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm checking it out.
That's how I got Emacs also with a live demo. So you never know.
Yeah, man, you never know. Well, that's awesome. I appreciate it. I'm going to close the clubhouse room. So actually, I just left quietly, so somebody else can close it.
And Bullhorn team, if you want to contact me at all, I'm Audio Mentor on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Audio Mentor. There you go.
Yeah, I left the room on Clubhouse.
If you would like.
All right, I'm going to close it now. We'll talk to you guys later on Clubhouse. Appreciate you. Oh, wait, hold on. Here's Sam. Sam jumped into the room. He's actually, I believe, the founder. I'm going to invite him up if he wants to. If you guys can stick around for a couple.
Yeah, sure. To talk to the co-founder of Bullhorn. Heck yeah.
If he'll
Sam.
come up, we'll see.
I followed him now.
He might not.
He has a new follower.
So when I was on the call yesterday, it's kind of cool because Sam was like, "Yeah, man, I've seen you in Clubhouse, came in some of your rooms," and I'm like, "Really? That's cool. What a small world." I don't know if he can come in or not, but Sam, if you want to, feel free to come up. I think I invited you. If not, you can raise your hand if you want to. But yeah, man, I think it's
He
been a
did.
great
He raised his
session.
hand. Or no.
Okay.
He joined as a
No.
listener. It gave me the notification he joined as a listener because anyway.
Yeah, that
weird
was a
Clubhouse
listener,
thing.
I followed him.
Here he goes. All
I had to
right.
remember I'm not a mod on Clubhouse. It's kind of odd.
Hey, what's up, Sam? Yeah, we can hear you good.
Hey, how we doing? Sorry, I was dealing with the Clubhouse and bullhorn running at the same time. You caught me with my mask on in a taxi right now, so it's probably not the most audible, but I just wanted to jump in and say hi to you guys.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, we appreciate it. And I know I told you on our call yesterday, like, oh, I'll test out Bullhorn and then I'll get on Clubhouse, but I actually ended up doing both at the same time. And glad I did because all these guys are, audio, video pros, podcasters. So
Right.
really cool, man. So far, I think the general consensus is we're impressed.
Yeah, no, I'm really stoked you guys did a little session. Michael and Raphael, I saw you guys jump in. It's nice to meet you guys as well. I'll give you guys a Twitter follow and hit you guys up on the email real quick.
Sweet.
Sounds great. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you too, Sam.
Well, that's awesome. And man, Nick over there at Bullhorn, told me yesterday, hey, if anybody has any questions or anything, to get in touch. So if anybody wants his information, I can pass it along to you. And if you want to jump on a call or whatever and do a demo, I'm sure he'd be happy to share. Is that fair to say, Sam? Is he pretty open to showing people or maybe we could do a group call or something sometime?
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Nick would love to do a group call with you guys. That sounds great.
All right, cool. So if you guys are interested, let me know. Maybe we can put that together and maybe we could do some more Clubhouse rooms and maybe promote it and get more people in to do that group call because it was awesome. And I'm sure there's a ton of stuff that I didn't cover because I don't work there. I just like the platform now. So
if this would work with Instagram, that would be awesome too. Just
nothing will work.
Yeah, I was gonna say
their own system locked up.
Yeah,
don't even try it.
Yeah,
even if it could, you would never want to try it.
Yeah, you guys stole my word. Nothing works with Instagram. We tried. We just can't get in.
Yeah, man, I've been hoping Ecamm would do, but you're right. There's no amount of stuff. But well, guys, my neighbor is outside taking his ladder off his truck, making a bunch of noise. So I'm gonna jump off, get ready for my interview that I got coming up. I'm gonna actually be interviewed, so that's kind of fun. Haven't done that in a while, and we'll do this again. This has been fun, Michael. It's good to see your face, dude.
Good to see you too.
I hear your voice a lot, but it's good to
you
meet in person.
Yeah, definitely.
And you too, Raphael. It wasn't really that good seeing Raphael's face, but whatever.
Yeah, I've seen Billy's face before, so it's nothing special. But Michael, it was great to see you, man.
It was good to see you too, and it was good to see your setup too. How you've arranged all your stuff in Portugal, and nice setup. You have a good. Billy, you got to work on your background, man. The blank wall, it's like boring, dude. Come on.
Whoa. Well, actually, if this was a wide screen, you would see I got some camera lenses that are blurry.
I saw the knickknacks on the shelf. That's not enough. You need. Come on now. I've got a light. I've got this cool light back here. I've got a digital photo screen. I got the freaking Oralex foam behind me. Come on, Billy, step it up.
Yeah, just wait until I'm back in the States, man. Wait until I'm back in the States.
That is genuine Oralex foam, by the way. That panel right there probably costs too much money. Anyway, yeah. I borrowed it from somewhere else.
Too much.
Just paint your wall blue, Billy. Paint your wall blue like mine.
I paint my wall whatever color I want to. I get a light on it. Where's it at?
Yeah.
There, now it's red or pink.
Yay.
It shows up pink, but it's supposed to be red. Whatever. All right.
It's lavender.
You need some more manly lights.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get a camouflage wall wrap or whatever, and just put a big sticker on there with camouflage. How's that? Yeah.
That's it.
You guys are too funny. Well, I better roll, man. I'm
right,
behind already. This has been a lot of fun. All right, I'm gonna close this clubhouse room.
Nice meeting all the Bullhorn folks too. Thanks a lot for the platform.
Yeah, absolutely. And I saw Nick in the chat saying, "Hey, I'll help anybody out. Whatever, do calls." So, awesome, man. Well, Michael, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you jumping on and testing this out.
Yeah.
And
it's good.
We'll see you in
Another tool in the toolbox. Cool.
I know, man. Something else to teach people.
Yeah.
So, you're welcome.
Another thing to learn about to teach people.
Yeah. Yeah, just sucked up another 10 hours of your week. Congratulations,
right. Seriously.
Mike. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Take care. Bye.
All right, see ya. All right, cool. And that is Bullhorn. Really appreciate everybody jumping in. A lot of people jumped in here on Bullhorn, also on the Clubhouse as well. I'm not sure about YouTube. That is an interesting thing because I was going live on YouTube, but if there are like any chats or any of that stuff going on, which there wasn't, I don't have an audience over there. But if there was, I wouldn't be able to see it. So there you go. That's Bullhorn, and go check out their website. And if you need help, make sure you reach out to them, and they'll help you. So I think I'm going to be using it and put my stamp of approval. It looks awesome, sounds great, and that's my neighbor out here. So we'll see you guys later.